Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here we go.
From the 36, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bills at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Quick slant to Shakir. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Hey, hold.
1st and goal, Perkins. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On 1st down, Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those wins that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Give up the middle to Perkins. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Perkins. And some room to run now. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a run with Perkins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Perkins on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Inside handoff, Perkins. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They go with Perkins again, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now a shotgun give to Perkins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Wilson. Airing one out for Boyd. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now it's Wilson.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go counter. Perkins. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A final shot before half for Allen. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On 1st down, back to Perkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. He will find Davis on the left, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carroll. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Out of the pistol, Perkins. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On the give, it's Perkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw again is Wilson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. And the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff to Perkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
201 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Flushed out right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, Wilson. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. To throw is Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Darren Waller from 3 yards out.
And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here's Cook again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Wilson to throw. Gets this to Waller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One last shot for Wilson.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 43. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be back home next week for a date with